Wasabi prawns with mango salsa. So let me tell you a little bit about this wasabi. When we were traipsing around the country last winter, we happened upon a place called Penukunda where the Kia factory is, and they have this wonderful shop called the Soul Shop where all sorts of Korean things are sold, and Amit of course had to pick up this huge big packet of wasabi powder. So finally we are using it, and today you're getting wasabi prawns with mango salsa. And there's a bonus recipe. I'm showing you how to make fried rice with oyster sauce. The thing about prawns and Bengalis is that we don't want to waste even a teeny bit of the fish. Even for this particular dish, I have kept the heads, and I'm also showing you how to clean the heads, because the heads is where the whole taste of the prawn is, and munching on them, especially when they're crisp fried, is heaven. Apart from cleaning the head, it's also important that you devein the prawn, and it's very simple to do. And even if you're buying ready to cook prawns from the market, just make sure that each and every one of them have been deveined, because otherwise it can lead to a lot of tummy ache. The ingredients for this particular dish are very simple. You just need a little bit of wasabi powder or paste, both are available. And of course there's salt, there's red chilli powder, there's a little parsley. You can use dried parsley, which is what I did, or you can use fresh parsley as well. If you don't have parsley, you can use coriander, dhania patti, and a little bit of ginger garlic paste. Very little, because you don't want to overshadow the wasabi taste, and a little bit of lemon juice, and that's basically it. For the mango salsa, I have used langra. My mother, if she were alive, God bless her soul, she would have obviously said that how can you murder a langra by making a sauce out of it. But believe me, that langra really adds to that salsa. And so you have a mango, you use a tomato. I just used one. Make sure you peel the tomato as well, because you don't want that tomato skin coming into your mouth. And green chilies, coriander, lemon juice, a little bit of tomato sauce, a little bit of Tabasco to pep it up a bit, and that's it. Your mango salsa is ready. For those of our subscribers, viewers who are not from India, langra is a variety of mangoes that's available. There is this huge fight between the west and the north as to whether the langra is king or the Alfonso is king of mangoes. Being a North Indian, I prefer langra. But you can use any mango that's sweet, pulpy, and you're ready to go. With the ingredients in place, the next step is to marinate the prawns. And you marinate them with the wasabi and the chilies and the lemon juice, ginger garlic, salt and everything, and you keep it aside while you are prepping your mango salsa. While you're marinating the prawns, in case you're using the heads, don't forget to marinate the heads as well, because they do need a little bit of spice. wasabi prawns without the batter, but I prefer to do it with batter. And the batter is very simple again. All you need is corn flour and all-purpose flour in equal proportions, 1 egg, and you just sort of mix it all together in a bowl and add the water bit by bit because you don't want it too liquidy. So just, sort of keep controlling the water till you get the desired consistency, which is a slurry kind of a consistency. And don't add any salt in the batter because that will make your batter soggy once it's fried. And I added a little bit of oil to it so that it really crisps up. For the mango salsa, it's very simple. It's just a lot of chopping and cutting and putting it all into the bowl and then, giving it a good stir. People use onions in their mango salsa. Not me. I don't like the taste of onions with mangoes. I mean, onions in a tomato salsa is fine, which we've done in an earlier episode, but with mango, I just want to leave it mango and maybe add that tomato to give it a little extra pulp and, slight bit of tanginess. Also did was at the end to give it a little bit of fanciness, I added some extra virgin olive oil. You can do that as well. It tastes really good and it sort of puts everything together, so to say. So the salsa is ready, cooling in the fridge. Your batter is ready, waiting for the prawns. And you've got this huge wok kadhai with a lot of oil in it because things are going to get deep fried, heating on the gas. So you dip the prawns into the batter and release them slowly in the oil. What I did was first I sort of mixed all the heads with the batter with a couple of spoons of the batter and fried those up and crisped them up and moved them aside before attacking the prawns. Cooking the heads first is a very strategic move on my part because the heads do release some amount of flavor into the oil, and that sort of adds to the prawns when they're frying. So try the heads, it's not a bad idea. And if you've bought those prawns without the heads, doesn't matter. What you don't know, you don't miss. Too long to cook, so a minute or two on each side and they're done. Don't overcook them because then you'll have really chewy prawns, and since you're frying them in a lot of oil on high heat, you can just sort of quickly take them out of the oil and put them on the side while you do the next batch and the next batch, depending on how many prawns you're cooking. The prawns are ready, the heads are ready, if there are any left, because I had a cameraman who was busy chomping away on them while he was shooting or pretending to shoot. I think all he wanted was those prawns. Put them on a plate along with the mango salsa, and you can serve it as a snack on a nice evening soiree or whatever. And the way to eat it is to put a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of the wasabi and the mango salsa, and then just pop it in your mouth. The flavors, as you can imagine, are absolutely to die for. That crunchiness of the batter of the prawn itself, and then the mayo sort of cooling things down a bit, and the wasabi adding its bite, and the mango salsa with its sweet sourness. Oh my god, this is really absolutely heaven. We were doing a meal with the wasabi prawns, so I made a fried rice with it because I thought that would be the simplest thing and it would go well as well. So to sort of fancy up the fried rice, I did it with oyster sauce instead of the regular white egg fried rice or something like that. And this is the bonus recipe. The ingredients for the rice again are very simple. I've used celery because celery has an amazing taste, and I've used a little bit of beans and carrots. You can add any vegetables of your choice. And of course there is some spring onions, the white part, sliced up. And the rice, make sure you cook it al dente, don't overcook it, because otherwise your fried rice is going to get very mushy. And there is a little oyster sauce and some soya sauce. I've used a low sodium oyster sauce because otherwise oyster and soya can make the rice very salty. So just make sure you read the label and you pick up a low sodium oyster sauce. And for the vegetarians out there, if you're watching this, you get a vegetarian oyster sauce as well. To cook the rice, I used the remainder oil from the prawns that were fried because again, a lot of flavor in that oil. Of course, I didn't use all of it, I just used 2 tablespoons or so. And I released the carrots and the beans in it first because they take time to cook. Toss them around, and once they're sort of semi-done, add the celery, add the spring onions. Stir it around for around 30-40 seconds and then add the oyster sauce. I used about 2 tablespoons of it, and you add maybe a teaspoon or so of the soya sauce, and again stir it sort of quickly and add the rice. When you're stirring the rice into that sauce and vegetables, make sure you do it really gently from the bottom to the top, because otherwise you'll break the grains and then there's every chance of your fried rice becoming a little mushy. So because I used oyster sauce in cooking the rice, The end product wasn't that dry like fried rice normally is. And of course there was the mango salsa, so even though we didn't have a gravy dish in this whole ensemble, it wasn't dry at all. It was very enjoyable. You're really excited with these wasabi prawns and mango salsa. I know I was the minute I thought of it. And go ahead, try it. Order your wasabi. It's available online, and maybe there's a store next to you where you can pick it up. And it's mango season, so don't let the mangoes go away without the salsa. See you in the next episode. Meanwhile, happy chomping on those heads.